Hello everyone, this is Lorena, and I'm back with another Duels video. Now, I just had to take out the legendary real quick, and then I can go back to doing the event. And obviously, I'm just like, I'm too lazy to switch. And then I see who's there, and I'm like, okay, never mind, I changed my mind. Oh god, why? Well, actually, I took the time to consider, there are 3 Jadens, of course. There's a higher chance of him appearing because of how many Jadens there are. I completely neglected to realize the chances. By the way, I still haven't done the math because screw the math. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I hate math. You know, I'm kind of not the usual, I'm not the average person. But sometimes I'm just like, yeah, of course most people hate this shit. But, you know, it's nice that some people don't. You know? However, I really don't benefit from knowing what polynomials do. I don't benefit from learning what they are. I don't benefit from doing them. I mean, really, I don't. I've known what I wanted to do since I was like 12. Actually, was I 11? I know I was in 6th grade, but did my birthday come that year? I can't remember. I just don't. I just know at the end of 6th grade, I knew what I wanted to do with my life, and I was like, I'm probably going to change to something more realistic later. Later. When is this later? When is it? I'm 30. Oh my god, I haven't changed my mind. And now, I don't really have to tell people what I want to do with my life, because they're just like, this shit is too long, I don't feel like reading it. And I'm just like, congratulations, you know what I want to do with my life. You know I want to write. It's pretty obvious. Everyone learns this information, even if they aren't even when I'm not trying to tell people, they just know, because my responses are long. Do they have to be? No, they don't. Are they anyway? Well, yes. Why? Well, I can. I make long responses because I can. Now, obviously, they don't mean anything to most people, but to me, I'm just like, if this is the response I want to provide, if this is the response I have, then it's the response I have, even if people are like, too long, didn't read. Okay, got it, I understand. However, this is still my contribution to the conversation. So if anyone does feel like reading this, well, have fun. Have fun! I generally try to give people a too long didn't read version of what I've said in the conversation. Usually that means my response becomes longer. Yeah, usually that means my response becomes longer. It's very strange, it sounds like bullshit, but it's true. Okay, Aki, I know what you tend to do, so I'm not summoning shit. Although, if you're using a different kind of deck, maybe I'll decide to... No, you're using exactly what I expected. Exactly what I expected. I'm not sure if this is a good thing or a bad thing, considering I decided not to summon. But it's because of Aki's deck. I know what it does. I know Aki well. I relate to her. Honestly, it's kind of surprising that I would relate to someone more than her. Kind of shows just how vulnerable I feel yeah, okay, this is bullshit. No, this is cursed. Everything is cursed. Why am I cursed? But I grew up with the impression I relate most to Aki, and I don't know if that was ever true. I don't know if that was ever true, especially when I'm over here. When Aki made her debut, I was busy being obsessive with Yusei and Judai, so who did I relate to the most? Let's be honest, I don't know if it was actually Aki. I thought it was, but maybe I was wrong the entire time. I mean, it's quite likely I was. Okay. Wait a minute, hold on. You're not going to do what I think you are you? Actually, this might... Actually, no. Wait a minute, what are you doing? Okay, let me look at that card. Okay, You can special summon. You can target and one card your opponent controls destroy them. No! I'm going to return that card to your hand. I mean, to your extra deck, because that's a secret. Okay, never mind. I put this... dude. Do I ever learn? The answer is no, I don't. I mean, I'd like to think I do, but apparently I just don't. Oh god, that was dumb. But, you know what? I saw what my opponent could do. I'm just like, my opponent is about to destroy this card. Sure, what I did with my card was dumb, but my opponent was already going to, well, you know, get rid of it. So, yeah, it was stupid, but let's be honest. We know what my opponent was going to do. I mean, I had protection. My opponent is going to destroy it. That's just how protection works. I'm kind of surprised I decided not to use this skill last turn, but considering what Aki's cards are, it makes sense. Okay, I'm done not summoning. I'm actually summoning this time. But, you know, I think my opponent has Book of Moon on the field. Somewhere in the back row. I don't know where it is, but my opponent has it. Why? Well, because links haven't completely taken over yet. That's why. Because links haven't completely taken over. Obviously. Okay, now let me... Okay. My opponent is waiting for me to just fall into their trap. Alright, now I admit that what I did was... Yeah, okay. Interesting. My opponent just did that. Does that mean the card on the right is Book of Moon? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I thought what it... What? Okay, it's not Book of Moon. It's that. Oh, damn! Okay, well, that was not good. I end my turn. I'm not sure what to say. Really, I'm not. I used up everything and lost everything. But deep inside, I still have the protagonist power. Meaning what? Okay, fine, I know, I've probably lost. But, you know, at least I actually properly lost this time. Okay, now I'm going to wait. My opponent is probably going to do something. Oh, I see. I take that card for my own enjoyment. That card is mine. It's mine! I might Xyz summon with it, but that depends what I draw. Alright, my turn. Okay, I'm not Xyz summoning with it. That'd be dumb. No, I could, but let's not. Let's do something else. Something else, yeah, sure. Let's see if this works. I'm not even sure if it will or not. But my opponent does have something in their back row. I don't know what it is, but they do. Okay, let's hope this doesn't backfire on me. Will it backfire? Well, there's a chance. There's a chance that anything could backfire on me. Let's just be honest. Let's see, I was talking about something. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. The whole... Yeah, you know what? Maybe my childhood should stay in my childhood. Not really doing that in the best way, am I? Well, not everything has to stay in my childhood. I mean, my obsession with Yummy Merit didn't. It carried over into early adulthood. Okay, gain 1,000 life points. I don't like doing that, but I feel like I should this time. Why? Well, because I was getting low on life points. That's why. Maybe I'd like to... Oh, I see. Shit. Alright, well, it's my opponent's turn now. And this has been a long duel. I'm going to be completely honest. It may not seem that long, but when you consider that this is supposed to be the faster of the game modes, yeah, in Duel Links you're supposed to have faster duels. This isn't the main game. I mean, obviously. Okay, now I've got an idea of what my opponent is going to do next. Get rid of my trap, obviously, and then just destroy me, because that's the obvious move. I haven't done anything with it, so my opponent can easily get rid of it. Although, does my opponent have to get rid of my trap to kill me? According to my calculations, the answer is no. She doesn't. My opponent just has to, you know, do random shit. Just attack me and... Dude, what? This is an interesting deck. I must be completely honest and upfront. It's an interesting deck. And now, obviously, this interesting deck is about to kill me. But, you know, now you know that my calculations weren't just random. I did... Okay, well, that's definitely destroying something, I swear. Okay, interesting. And moving on. How long was that duel anyway? Okay, it was definitely longer than 5 minutes, but I have no idea how long that was. I mean, first I'd have to know how long that duel against Jaden was, and I wasn't measuring that. I can't even remember if I won. Did I win? I think I did. But I also can't remember. I can't remember a duel that happened minutes ago. Yeah, that's how my memory works. I just forget shit. You know, I can forget things that happened like a minute ago or mere seconds ago. And that's how terrifying my memory is. It's just, are we going to remember? Spin the roulette. We'll decide if we remember or not. Okay, thanks, brain. What if I needed to remember that? What if I needed to? I don't know what I drained last night, but I don't know why I don't remember much about it. But at first, when I got up, I could only remember that Joey was in it. I could only remember that Joey was in the dream. And then later, I somehow managed to remember that Akira was also in the dream. For some reason. I'm not quite sure why. I mean, he's not even in the game yet. But if there's ever a secret character for Brain's World, there is one character that is very obviously very appropriate for that role and that position. So, Konami, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. I've got some feelings about this, and none of them are good. My opponent is probably about to wreck me. But I'm more entertaining than you, Gore. I'm more entertaining than you. Says who? My opinion. Source. My opinion. I'm not sure how many fans would disagree. I'm not sure. I mean, considering what happens to go later in this series, I'm just like, but who would disagree with me? Maybe if the Gore didn't, you know, do all of that, maybe people would disagree with me more often, but after what he did, yeah, I'm not sure how many people are going to disagree. And now I'm certain there are people that would, even after what happened in, you know, the girl went through some shit, okay? But I don't really know how many people would be entertained by that. Because he could have died! Gore, you could have died! I'm not even sure why anyone was okay with him nearly killing himself. I wasn't okay with that, although he was a bit of an ass at that point, so I'm just like, okay, I'm not really able to defend you, but I don't like what you're doing. I don't like what you're doing to everyone else, and I don't like what you're doing to yourself. That's self-destructive, dude. Get help. Get help! He apparently did, and he got better. Which is why he was introduced the way he was. Because he got better! Okay. You know, maybe Akira was name dropped already and I just don't remember it. Maybe he was and I just forgot. You know, I could also forget that he was shown in like some random image. I could forget that. I mean, come on, Blue Angel's event was torturous. I forget a lot of things from it. Except for the pain, because obviously I remember the pain. Yeah, I'm good at remembering pain. I shouldn't talk about that like it's a good thing. It's not. But I have been through a lot, and that includes remembering shit. That includes remembering a lot of pain. Anyway, this isn't a Goki deck. This isn't a Goki deck. I don't even know if I pronounced that archetype correctly, but if I was, this isn't a deck for Gokis. It's not. But I'm not sure that means that what I said earlier is false. Because if anything, this is just, I'm more likely to get my ass kicked because this isn't a Goki deck. Could I get my ass kicked by Gokis too? Well, yes, but now the chances are much, much higher that my ass is dead. Well, after my opponent is done with his combos. He's definitely fighting against the time limit, you know? You know, I think the game is unfair when it comes to Link decks, you know? Maybe they should have some extra time. Because it takes a while for them to get their combos off. I mean, have you watched Brains? Maybe. I don't know who you are. I don't know who's watching this. Maybe you have and you know exactly what I'm talking about. But a turn took like, what, 5-10 minutes? Especially in the early days of Brains, where there were like recap after recap, because sure. We know Studio Gallop had issues going on, guys, we know. At least most people do. Most people? Okay, more like anyone that watched Brains knows that. And I mean, it happens during Arc 5 as well. But, I mean, I can say what I want about Arc 5, but I mean, considering the recap episodes in early Brains, I think something was going on that was definitely affected by Arc 5. Because Arc 5 is basically, well, it's like something that's overambitious, but not as overambitious as some of my ideas. Some of my ideas are much worse than Arc 5. And that's saying something. And that's saying a lot. Do you know how much effort it takes to be more overambitious than Arc 5? It takes a lot of effort. Like, man, dude, man. That show had serious potential. And the manga did too, until apparently the series is just cursed. I'm not sure why, but that didn't have to happen, Studio Gallop. Actually, I'm not sure. Studio Gallop doesn't work on the manga, does it? I don't think it does, but maybe someone from the studio was working on it. I don't know who came up with that idea, but I would just like to remind you that, my opinion hasn't changed. Do I like that Yamayugi, Jaden, and Yusei interacted? Yes, I do. Does my opinion of time travel remain the same? Yes. Time travel is still dumb. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap things up for this video. In the next video, we continue my suffering. I'm supposed to be done with that, aren't I? Well, I'm not.